Hai ibu di toilet.
Why are you doing like this? If you are not interested, you can abjure. You can stay back. Nobody has sent you an invitation. Has he left? No, I want to
I hope,
ignore them.
sir, hope RC has removed it. RC is already there.
RC
Our
is
request
shouting.
is no. RC is already there in the group. I hope they have removed him.
They
Our
have
request
removed
is
it.
our request is let RC be in the class, and if any such a disturbance happens, let them remove it, sir.
You have mailed to RC, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I have also communicated to RC if this is what has happened, that boy should be taken to task and boy should be removed and strong action as deemed fit should be taken against him. Okay, so we'll continue. I think he has left. He
Yes, it is
left,
like
but he
we
will
are
be
getting.
coming back again in the middle of the class. So let RC take care of it. Do we
Yes,
have
sir.
any option to communicate to RC here? No, there is no option. So
Sir,
now,
do you have any contact with RC Bhubaneswar? I
no,
mean,
I
you
have
might be
contact
able to.
number. I have contact, but I have to phone him then. But
Because
I had
another one has just joined. I just saw this
I,
surname guy has joined. He will create some
Sir, if
ruckus.
you could
Like
do that.
it's just
yeah,
a matter of time.
I think he already said sorry, so he
Acha.
will not join again.
Okay, okay.
So it's 3, 4 people, sir. It's not just a
Okay,
single
just
person.
a
Three,
minute.
four
I'll just come back.
Thank you, sir.
Mambo.
Then we're saying the vendor invoice details will be excluded from the expense request form. Users will not be asked to provide invoice details when submitting the request. While you may find this setting to be suitable for invoice, meaning not including them, may affect compliance and audit readiness. Use with discretion.
ଏମିତି ପିଲାଟା ଗଣ୍ଡଗୋଳ କରୁଛି ତାକୁ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରନ୍ତୁ ଆଉ ଆପଣ ୱାଚଫୁଲ୍ ରହନ୍ତୁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସମୟରେ ବୋଲି ମେଲ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ତ କଥା ହେଇଥିଲି ବି କହୁଛି hello, what's the name of that boy?
They have not given their actual name, sir.
Acha, no, what is the pseudonym?
SER.
I'll type it out.
SER.
Something like that.
SER.
SCR, then,
CTF Cyber.
then one more name is there.
SC
Abdul Kalar.
Abdul Kalam.
Yeah.
Abdul
Abdul Kalar. R.
Correct.
Abdul Kalar.
Kalar.
Kal. Then you take buddy. Some pseudonyms are given.
Yeah.
You take buddy. It is also shown on the screen.
Okay. Then SCR.
Then SCR. Three
Yeah.
names he is giving. I think one boy or two boys. So please.
There are multiple people, sir. There are multiple people.
So you remove these three. ତା ନା ଆଉ ଜାଣି ହଉନି ପରା ସେ ଦେଉଛି ଏଠି ଆପଣ ଏଠି ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦିଶୁଛି ତ ସୁଡୋ ନେମ୍ ଟା ପରା SER ଦିଶୁନି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ନାଇଁ SER is not visible to him. Acha, what is that? Take buddy cyber. What is the other name?
Abdul
Kalal. Abdul Kalal. KALAR Kalar.
Yeah.
So these are the people. Okay, welcome. ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ୱାଚଫୁଲ ରହନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଆସିବ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏଇଟା ଦେଖାଯିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସିନା ଭଏସ ଶୁଣା ଯାଉନି ସେ ନାଁ ଗୁଡା ଟିପିକି ରଖିଥାନ୍ତୁ ଦେଖିଲା ମାନେ ତାକୁ ଇମିଡିଏଟ ମ୍ୟୁଟ କରିଦେବେ ବା ରିମୁଭ କରିଦେବେ ହେଲା
Sir, CTF Cyber.
Okay. CTF Cyber.
Yes, sir. And your
No, he says it is not visible. These names are not visible.
and your tech buddy.
To
sir.
them, the
Sir,
names are not visible.
Sir, the thing is they can change their names during the call as well, so you cannot find by using names, sir.
But what to do then?
Sir, I think
One should keep on the host should keep on monitoring the call, sir.
ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ୱାଚଫୁଲ ରହନ୍ତୁ ଏଇ ନାଁ ଗୁଡା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପିୟର କରୁଛି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଧରନ୍ତୁ ହେଲା କି
Sudeep,
କ୍ଲାସ ନଉଛି ଆଜ୍ଞା
Sudeep, you were there yesterday?
I will leave it. We'll continue.
Yes, sir.
So I was talking about the clerk. As we have already studied, the clerk is a very serious person, and he is the person who used to study a lot. He is a voracious reader. He is a lover of books, and studying books is an obsession with him. He not only studies books by borrowing, he also buys books for his own personal library and utilizes those books. And he is a very decent person. He doesn't make quarrel with anyone. He deals with the issues properly, and he's a wonderful man. He never quarrels with anybody, or he never enters into argument with anybody. He's a very decent man. Since he is spending whatever little money he is earning, he is spending his money on books. He doesn't pay any attention to his outfits, to his dresses, and he wears very ordinary dress. He doesn't look very presentable. He's not very smart. He's not very well dressed. He wears very ordinary dress because his focus is on the books. Whatever money he earns, he wants to utilize that money on purchase of books, on buying books. So he doesn't pay that much of attention to his smart dresses. He looks very ordinary and pays a lot of attention to studies. He always gets submerged in studies. He has made his library very up to date. He has a good stock of books in his library. Then comes the man of law. Who is a man of law? He's a lawyer, obviously. He's a pleader. He's an advocate who is very thorough in the legal knowledge. So this lawyer is very successful, and he is quite often consulted by the king. King Edward III used to consult this man of law or the lawyer, because the lawyer is very efficient, is very knowledgeable, so knowledgeable that the king seeks his help. He upholds justice in matters large and small and knows every statute of England's law by heart. So the entire law book he has learned. He has acquired adequate knowledge in the field of law and jurisprudence. In the field of law and jurisprudence, this lawyer has adequate knowledge. And the king trusts his wisdom. The king trusts his legal expertise. And he banks upon the lawyer for any large or small issue relating to the kingdom, relating to his subjects. Whenever he finds any kind of issue, any kind of problem, he immediately informs the lawyer. And the lawyer used to tender wise counsel, legal advice to the king. And the king gets satisfied. Whatever legal advice is tendered by the lawyer, the king gets satisfied. Then comes the manciple. The manciple is in charge of getting provisions for a college or court. Despite his lack of education, this manciple is smarter than the 30 lawyers he feeds. So this manciple was in charge of getting provisions for a college or a court. So manciple collects the provisions. He's like a messenger. He's like a what? Attendant. He's like, a bearer. The college authorities will send him to market. He will collect provisions like rice, dal, vegetables, grocery, condiments, oil, spices, etc. So sometimes he works in the college, sometimes he works in the court. So while working in the court, he not only collects provisions, but he behaves as if he is very knowledgeable in law. Since he is providing provisions, since he is supplying rice, dal, grocery, condiments, spices to the people of legal field, he boasts of having learned law and jurisprudence. He is not very much educated, but he pretends to be an expert in law. Look at the irony. So here you find Chaucer has made use of irony, that a man is posing to be what he is not. So he is a fake person who, without having any education, any formal education, any formal degree, he boasts of having learned law, having mastered law, and having gathered adequate knowledge in law. And he behaves as if he is more wise than 100 lawyers. Then comes the merchant. The merchant trades on furs and other clothes, mostly from Flanders. He is part of a powerful, wealthy class in Chaucer's society. The merchant is a businessman, and the businessmen are very rich. They are economically well off. If they are economically well off, they have nothing to worry about. They have enough of money, and he collects clothes. He deals in clothes. He's a cloth trader, cloth merchant. He collects the clothing from Flanders and he sells them in London. So he is very powerful because he is a wealthy man. If you have money, if you have wealth, if you have power, you are not afraid of anybody. So the merchant belongs to the moneyed class. Karl Marx, have you heard of Karl Marx, the philosopher?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have heard
What can you name what book he has written?
Das Kapital.
Das Kapital,
Very good. Any other book?
the Communist Manifesto.
Wonderful, lovely, lovely, Niharika. Fantastic. Das Kapital and Communist Manifesto, these are the magnum opus, the legendary productions of Karl Marx, which created a kind of revolution across the globe. What did he talk about? He talked about the class distinction. He said, barely we have two classes of people. One is haves, the other is have-nots. One is bourgeois, the other is proletariat. One is privileged, the other is unprivileged. And he suggested that government should make such type of arrangement wherein national wealth should be equitably distributed among all categories of people. Rich should not grow richer, poor should not grow poorer. And he further said that if you want to build up a strong social fabric, economy needs to be very strong. You have heard of Chanakya, Kautilya's Arthashastra? In India, what Kautilya's Arthashastra is, that is Das Kapital for Western countries. He said that the best should be the economy. For example, you are building a house. You are constructing a house. How do you construct? You dig the soil, make the foundation, dig it around 6 feet, put a layer of concrete, then another layer of beams, then on that you start building the wall with bricks and cement. As a result, what happens? The groundwork becomes very strong. The foundation becomes very strong. And when the foundation is strong, the building will be obviously strong. And on that foundation, you can build, say, 3 or 4 storied building easily, effortlessly, in a hassle-free manner. You don't have any problem. But, on the flip side, remember, if just you have dug 1 feet soil, you have never given any concrete beam, you have just constructed the wall with brick and cement, and you attempt to make a 4-storied building on that foundation, what would happen? What would happen?
Collapse.
It will crumble.
Collapse.
It
It
will
will
fall.
collapse.
Ab- Absolutely. So that is what Marx said. And Marx brought out the metaphors base and superstructure. Remember, this is very important. Karl Marx talked about two things. One is base, the other is superstructure. Unless base is strong, superstructure cannot be built. Superstructure can only be built when the base is very strong, very fortified, and proper care has been taken. Proper precautionary measures have been taken while making the foundation. So, in our society, why in our society? In every society, we notice a very disturbing trend. What is that disturbing trend? Achha, can you tell me why nowadays in our society, theft, loot, arson, snatching, burglary, dacoity, murder, all those things are happening.
The poor
Why?
are getting poorer.
No doubt. Yes. So, anyone lives in a sky-kissing building, in a skyscraper, palace building, having all kinds of good food, luxurious dresses, very costly cars, visiting wonderful tourist places, enjoying life to the hills. Those things are witnessed by the poor people living in the nearby basti, in the nearby Jhoppadpatti, gutter. So what would be their reaction? In the basti, the people are not getting square meals a day. The people are not having adequate income. Most of the people, they are starving. Their earning is so little, which is barely sufficient to give them two meals, two decent meals, let alone take care of their children's education. Their children can't go to a good school. But what about the rich people's children? The rich people's children can afford to go to very costly, expensive schools to get good education. So as a result, it has caused discontentment. Niharika is right. It has caused widespread discontentment among the poor people and made them revolutionary, made them rebellious, made them reactive. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Bubukkhita king na karoti papam. If somebody is bubukkhu, bubukkhu means hungry. A hungry man can commit any crime. So the discontentment among the poor provokes them to indulge in crimes, to commit loot, arson. attacking the Naxalites. Not bad. They have found and black money is increasing with the rich section of people. Every day in India or in Odisha, so in net for accumulating disproportionate wealth. In Odisha, it has become a common phenomenon. Every day, one engineer is caught having accumulated 100 crore, 135 crore of money, assets, property. Where from did he get this mind that money should be equally distributed and there should not be poverty? The poor people should get their right. They deserve to get food for 2 times. They deserve to get good education. They deserve to get good clothes. There are 3 basic necessities, 3 existential needs. What are they? Food, cloth, shelter. So these people should be provided whatever is their requirement. And when they don't get, they become violent. And after becoming violent, they never look back. They join the rebellious group and they start indulging in all kinds of unsocial activities, as we call them. But for them, it is the right kind of activity to deal with corruption. Their objective is to remove corruption from society. Their objective is to give food, cloth, and shelter to the poor people. Yeah, absolutely. So the greatest enemy of man is ego, arrogance, pride, obstinacy, immoral action, corrupt habits, human vices. I would like to refer to Harold Nicholson in this connection. Harold Nicholson was an essayist, a great writer. He had written an essay, the title of which is Uneducated Person. There he has questioned, what is the definition of an educated person? What is the meaning of education? Who do we call an educated person? What should be his behavior? What should be his approach to social problems? How should he project himself? How should he behave with others? And what should be his qualification? Now you tell me, what is the definition of education? Who can say? Yes, come on. Niharika?
But I'll try. Education gives a person the faculty to think and make, let's say, justified choice. I'm just babbling at
Okay.
this point. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Your attempt is good. You have made a good attempt. I can't say you have not answered, but you have answered partially. Now, my point is, and that is the point of Harold Nicholson as well. Harold Nicholson asked to his readers, what is the definition of education? How does an educated person behave? Who do we call an educated person? Who deserves to be addressed as an educated person? What should be his qualities? What should be his virtues? What should be his dealings with others in the society? This is the question that he asked to the readers. Of course, in Sanskrit we have a definition of education. Sa vidya ya vidya. Education is that which liberates you. Do you understand? You understand or not? Nyarika?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Absolutely agreed.
Yes, sir. I get it.
Okay, vidya is that, or education is that, which brings about your liberation. Liberation from what? Liberation from superstition. Liberation from orthodoxy. Liberation from ignorance. Liberation from darkness. Education leads you from ignorance to illumination. Education illuminates the horizon of your mind. And so, how is a person? Then can we call a person an educated person who is holding the highest academic degree of the university? Say, for example, I am holding the highest degree of the university. I am a postgraduate. I am a PhD holder. I have supervised so many PhD scholars. 9 scholars have been awarded. They have done PhD under me. I have served as a professor for more than 20 years. So I may be an educated person. But I may be an educated person. But along with my education, I am supposed to have certain qualities, certain human qualities, certain rational qualities, such as sympathy, compassion, devotion, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, tolerance, solidarity, bonhomie, goodwill, amiability, sociability, spiritualism, honesty, integrity, harmony, cooperation, collaboration, and all other human qualities. If I lack these qualities and boast of, I am the highest qualified person, people will spit on my face. Nobody will look at me. They will call me what? An illiterate, a rascal. That's because I lack human qualities. So the degree without human qualities is no degree at all. The qualification without having the elements of virtues do not carry any meaning. You may have so many qualifications, but those qualifications don't carry any meaning at all unless you inculcate the human values. You imbibe the human values. You behave yourself as a perfect human being. So, the merchant, since he is very rich, he considered himself too big. He never cared for it. He used to put his attention on trade and commerce. He brings clothes from Flanders, sells it in London, and doesn't bother about money because he doesn't have, he doesn't have the, necessity to make efforts to make both the ends meet because he has enough of money. Money is not an issue with him. What is an issue? His issue is how to earn profit in business because his focus is on business. What business does he do? He does clothing business. He is a cloth merchant. Then there is a shipman. He is a brown-skinned person, and he has spent years, many years, in selling. The shipman has seen every bay and river in England and exotic ports in Spain and Carthage as well. He is a bit of a rascal, known for stealing wine while the ship's captain sleeps. So this shipman is a crew in the ship. When the captain or the driver of the ship sleeps, he is in the habit of stealing his wine. He is a wine addict, alcohol addict. Since he has addiction of alcohol, he has no money to buy it because alcohol is very costly. So what he does, when the captain is sleeping, he used to steal his wine. Without the knowledge of the captain, he makes use of the wine of the captain. So Chaucer describes him as a rascal. He's a very immoral person. His integrity is doubtful. He is not rational. He is not judicious. Rather, he wants to live on the income of others. He doesn't want to spend his own money. Apart from these characters, there is a physician or doctor. The physician is one of the best in his profession. He knows the cause of every malady and cure most of them. Though the physician keeps himself in perfect physical health, the narrator calls into question the physician's spiritual health. He rarely consults the Bible and has an unhealthy love for financial gain. So this doctor is very perfect in his profession. He is an expert in medical science. He almost knows the cause and cure of any disease. If any patient comes to him, he immediately prescribes medicine, makes diagnosis, and his diagnosis is very perfect. Cure. Doubt. He doesn't have any spiritual awareness. spiritual-minded. Nor does he got no inclination towards. He's a different type of person. He is only engaged in acquiring money. Yes. What happened? Subhranshu?
Excuse me,
Subhasmita?
sir. Hello.
You
Yes,
want to
sir.
ask me
Sir,
something?
I was saying, yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I was saying your internet is unstable, I think. So you can off the video so that we can hear you clearly.
Acha.
Yes, sir. Your
Yes.
voice is breaking in between.
I think my
My net
internet
is
is
unstable.
unstable, I think. Yeah, I
Net is
thought that, but um, sir, now you can speak. And, I think it would be good.
Video is
Yes,
on.
sir. And you,
Yes,
yes.
yes, sir.
So what happens? This man, this doctor, Joseph says, I have no objection about the doctor. The doctor is okay. Doctor is very efficient. Doctor is very eminent. He is very professional, and he makes treatment, good treatment of others. Whosoever patient visits him, he ungrudgingly, makes treatment, and there is no problem. The patient immediately gets cured. But the problem is, the doctor has another angularity. What is that angularity? The angularity is, the doctor doesn't have any spiritual consciousness. He has no inclination towards spiritualism. What he does is, he remains busy in earning money, making treatment of patients, collecting money from them. He doesn't treat the patients. He charges stable now internet. Subhasmita.
Yes, sir. Little bit stable, but still we are facing some freaking.
You are facing problem. Acha, are you sure all are facing like that? Then it's my problem. If you are facing, you might be having
Yes, sir.
problem for you.
Yes,
Eh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
All are facing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
then the problem is with my net, isn't it? Okay, my Wi-Fi is on the ground floor. Then from tomorrow we'll use Wi-Fi at the ground floor. This is from mobile data I have been doing. Okay. Okay. So this doctor is a mercenary. You know who is a mercenary? Who can say?
Yes, sir.
Who is a mercenary?
A soldier for hire.
Huh?
They do independent work.
Someone who's
No. A mercenary
someone
is
who's
he
concerned about
who is concerned about money only, who doesn't bother about anything except money. A money-minded person is a mercenary. So this doctor is a mercenary. He is only money-minded, and he makes treatment of patients, collects money from them, doesn't think about God, nor does he visit the church. So Chaucer ironically says his spiritual health is very doubtful. His physical health is okay. Look at the irony, biting irony. Look at the sarcasm. Chaucer says physically he is okay, but spiritually he is unwell because he lacks spiritual awareness. He is not bothered to visit the church. Now comes the Franklin. Franklin means a free man. What do you mean by Franklin? He who is a free man is a Franklin. A franklin is neither a vassal serving a lord nor a member of the nobility. This particular franklin is a connoisseur of food and wine, so much so that his table remains laid and ready for food all day. So this franklin is a free man. He is not dependent on the king, on the lord. He is not a vassal. He is not a serf. He is not a servant. He is not a subordinate. So what he does is, he leads a very happy-go-lucky life, very carefree life. And during his carefree life, he always keeps the table ready with food and drink. So he arranges food, arranges drink. He is a connoisseur of food. He makes best selection of food. Connoisseur is he who makes the best choice. So he collects choicest food, prepares choice and serves to the other pilgrims. He also gives drink. Drink is available, food is available, and he is a free man. He is not a vassal. Vassals are those who are dependent on their masters. But Franklin is a free man. Then comes the reeve. A reeve is similar to a steward of a manor, and this reeve performs his job shrewdly. His lord never loses so much as a ram to the other employees, and the vassals under his command are kept in line. However, he steals from his master. So this reeve is a kind of steward, is a kind of runner, is a kind of servant. So what does he do? He doesn't get much of the favor from his master. So he always attempts to steal from his master's house. So he's a very dishonest man. The reeve is a dishonest person. Then comes the plowman. The plowman is the parson's brother and is equally good-hearted. We have seen the parson is a very good-hearted gentleman who is very thorough on spiritual scriptures, and this plowman happens to be the brother of the parson. And as the parson is a good man, similarly, the plowman is also a good man. He has no problem. So the plowman is equally a good-hearted man, a wonderful man. He is a member of the peasant class. He pays his teeth to the church and leads a good Christian life. He is a law-abiding citizen. Whatever tax is imposed on him by the church, he always makes sure that the tax is paid in time. He doesn't make any delay to pay the tax. He is a law-abiding citizen. Who? The plowman. The plowman tills his land. He belongs to the farmer class. He grows food, grows rice, grows wheat, grows corns. With his meager income, he pays his tax regularly. Government doesn't need to remind him to pay his tax. He always pays his tax and leads a very, sincere life, legal life, law-abiding life. No one can point out his flaw, his drawback, his shortcoming at any point of time because he is a law-abiding citizen. Then comes the guildsmen. The guildsmen are many. There are 5 in number. What do? They serve as a unit. English guilds were a combination of labor unions and social fraternities. They are craftsmen of similar occupations joined together to increase their bargaining power and live communally. All 5 guildsmen are clad in the livery of their brotherhood. They are clad in livery. Livery means uniform. The guildsmen, they have worn uniform, and while wearing uniform, they used to do their job. Theirs is a fraternity. They appear as one single unit, and they are laborers. They used to do odd jobs. They are laborers, working class people. Then comes the cook. The cook works for the guildsmen. The guildsmen eat their food prepared by the cook. The cook serves the guildsmen. Chaucer gives little detail about him, although he mentions a crusty sore on the cook's leg. Chaucer simply says, I don't know much about the cook. I simply know the cook used to prepare the food of the guildsmen, and he has a sore on his leg. The yeoman. The yeoman is a servant who accompanies the knight and the squire. The yeoman is an attendant, is a servant who accompanies the father and son. Father is the knight, squire is the son. He is a servant who accompanies the knight and the squire. The narrator mentions that his dress and weapons suggest he may be a forester. So the yeoman appears dressed like a forester. The forester used to wear khaki clothes. So the yeoman was wearing khaki clothes, and he resembles the appearance of a forester. Then comes the second nun. The second nun is not described in the general prologue, but she tells a saint's life for her tale. The nun's priest. Like the second nun, the nun's priest is not described in the general prologue. His story of Chanticleer, however, is well crafted and suggests that he is a witty, self-effacing preacher. So, nun's priest's tale is a separate tale. It is not covered in general prologue. It is covered as a tale. We will be doing that. So, about the Canterbury Tales and the general prologue, we have to know that Chaucer in the Canterbury Tales, he says that there are some stories, and those characters, they carry certain peculiar features as far as their character is concerned. And general prologue discusses the peculiar features, the characteristic features of these pilgrims. The narrator tells that a bunch of pilgrims, which we have discussed, the narrator here is Chaucer, the host here is Harry Bailey, and they have been planning to arrange their journey, their pilgrim next day, and they will tell, each one of them will tell a story on their onward journey, and on their return journey, another story will be narrated by the same person. So here you find a Chaucer's style while writing the general prologue is simple, lucid, and appealing. What kind of style? Lucid style, simple language, and appealing manner. He describes things. He describes in such a manner which will appeal to your heart. In describing nearly all his characters, he uses colloquial language. Medieval language is used. He has not used modern English. He has avoided using modern English, but he uses colloquial language. The language really spoken by the people of 14th century. And this colloquial language, why does he use? Because this colloquial language is easy to understand for a layman, for a common man. He uses colloquial language because he wants that whatever he is talking, whatever he is writing, should be intelligible to others. When Chaucer says, "Night was meek as maid, a prioress let no morsel fall from his lips," his similes and metaphors are befittingly employed throughout the prologue. Secondly, his style is not bookish and crammed. His style is very unique. The style of writing by Chaucer is definitely unique style, innovative style. Such style is rarely found with the poets of his time. This is the reason why the prologue has been popular with men of all levels of understanding. That is precisely the reason why the prologue has become so very popular among the people. Apart from that, what is so unique about his style? His style is humorous. Remember, his style is humorous. His style is ironical. His style is full of sarcasm. His sentences are very short, simple in structure. The stylistic qualities and poetic genius contributed to English what no other did before his time, as ascertained by David Deutsch with Chaucer. No other Middle English writer has this skill. His range is very vast. His complexity is amazing. And he had a human outlook. His light humor, ironical junctures have rendered such services to English which can only be compared to those of Emperor Augustus in ancient Rome. Whatever services have been rendered by Chaucer, you may compare the services of Chaucer to literature with the services rendered by Augustus Caesar in Rome in administration. Then comes the element of realism. It's not that Chaucer is imaginative only. We have already discussed that literature is a blend of realism and fantasy, intellect and imagination, reason and intellect. So, there is realism in Chaucer's prologue. All the characters, starting from the knight down to the summoner, all the characters are portrayed with realistic detail. Nothing has been hidden. Nothing has been concealed. The characters are laid bare. Their vices are exposed. Their virtues are focused. And they are totally presented in a brilliant manner. The pilgrims were united in their desire, though not in their objectives. And there another thing is noticed. Unity of the pilgrims. Harmony of the pilgrims is also noticed. No pilgrim has raised his voice against anything. Rather, all the pilgrims were highly satisfied. They never showed any dissatisfaction. They never grumbled. See? These pilgrims constitute a heterogeneous group. This is not a homogeneous group. It's a heterogeneous group. What does it mean? Because the people belong to diverse backgrounds, divergent professions. They don't belong to one profession. So this is a heterogeneous group, and this heterogeneous group is brought into harmony by the alembic of Chaucer's genius. Chaucer needs to be thanked. Chaucer deserves commendation from the readers for having put the people from different backgrounds together at the Tabard Inn and forging a harmonious relationship with them. There is a rigid distinction between one class and the other class in the past. In the past, according to tradition of England, according to the customs of England, according to the social norms of England, what they used to do, they used to draw a line of distinction between one class and the other class. One obviously is the privileged class, the other is the unprivileged or underprivileged class. But Chaucer amalgamated all of them. He amalgamated the knight with the guildsman, with the haberdasher, with the clerk, with the miller, the priest and the layman, the poet and the lawyer, the scholar and the artisan could get together at one place. They have forgotten for the time being to what social strata do they belong. Now they have one identity. And what is that identity? Their identity is they are the pilgrims to visit the shrine of St. Thomas Becket at Canterbury. So this is how general prologue occurs, and it gives us an insight into the peculiarities, idiosyncrasies of the diverse characters like monk, knight, squire, pardoner, summoner, franklin, friar, clerk, merchant. So people from different walks of life, they have gathered at one place. And when they have gathered at one place, what has happened? They have forgotten their differences. They are not there to find out any difference. Rather, they have become one. They feel as if they belong to one group. Which group? The group that proposes to go to Canterbury. They have forgotten their social class distinction. Because we know during the 14th century, class distinction was in a very typical form. When it was in a typical form, naturally it was Chaucer who made a brilliant attempt, a wonderful attempt, an amazing attempt to resolve that class distinction. That is precisely the reason why he brought people belonging to different professions together and made them stay for one night at Tabadin, where he got a chance. He got some insights, some inputs into the individual characteristic features of these pilgrims. So, prologue, general prologue to Canterbury Tales is a wonderful portrait of realism as depicted or as seen during the 14th century England. It's a realistic portrayal of 14th century society in England. And the portrayal is punctuated with irony, sarcasm, humor. He has made attempts to create humor. He has made attempts to criticize certain characters. For example, the character of monk. Monk who commands a very vital position in the religious hierarchy. But what do we find him here? We find that the monk, instead of preaching lessons, instead of offering moral counsel, instead of having a very stoical life, instead of practicing religious austerities, he is enjoying his life through drinking, hunting, making feast, making get-together. What could be a bigger irony than this? There is a pardoner. The pardoner is supposed to get the confession of the sinner and grant him pardon, grant him reprieve, grant him forgiveness. But the pardoner grants forgiveness and collects money as donations for the church. But whatever amount is collected as donation, the amount doesn't go to the church bank account. The amount is used by the pardoner. Only the fraction of an amount or a meager amount, small amount is put in the account of the church. It's a very corrupt practice. Of course, there are good people like the knight, the squire, the lawyer, even the clerk. He may be a clerk, but he is well read. He has obsession with philosophy. He earns less, but spends more on books. Whenever he finds time, he goes to buy books. And that is the reason why we should applaud, appreciate, commend, adore, respect Geoffrey Chaucer for having made a wonderful attempt to put together the characters from divergent fields at one place in one platform, that is the Tabadil. So this is what the general prologue is about. Okay. So now, if you have any question about the prologue, you can ask. Yes, come on.
Sir, portrait and characterization is same thing. If
Which characterization?
Like if the question comes that write about the portraits of the pilgrims or the art of characterization. So
No, you won't be asked like that. Even if you are asked,
okay.
if you are asked write a portrait of the characters presented in the Canterbury Tales.
Yeah.
You will make a portrait, write small paragraphs on each character.
Okay.
There are so many characters. You take up important characters like the monk, the knight, the pardoner, the summoner, the friar, the franklin, the clerk,
Yeah.
the merchant. Say 8 to 10 characters are there. You write about them.
Okay.
How do you write? The monk is a hypocrite. Whatever is expected from his profession, he is not doing that.
Mm.
He is indulging in personal luxury.
Okay.
He is into hunting expedition,
Okay.
making parties, fun, frolic, get together, etc. He is neglecting his own parish instead of serving the people of his parish, PARISH, one particular area which is kept under his charge.
Yeah.
Instead of serving his parish, he is spending his time for his own personal luxury.
Yes.
So what he appears, he is not like that. He is not fit to be the monk.
Mm.
His character is portrayed ironically.
Yes.
Chaucer has made use of irony and sarcasm in the portrayal of monk's character.
Yes.
Say for example, the character of knight. The knight is a wonderful person. He is every inch a big warrior. He has tremendous courage, vivacity, resilience, dauntlessness, strength, stamina, and he is not afraid of any war. He has fought many wars in the past, and wherever he has fought, he has come out with flying colors. He has achieved victory in every war.
Yes.
So he justifies his profession as a knight. And he may be a role model for the younger generation who join the army.
Mm.
Okay. Then comes your partner. Partner is a hypocrite, is a fraud. Partner is in charge of granting pardon to the people who have committed sins and to the people who have made confessions. After someone makes confession, the partner is supposed to grant him reprieve, but the partner expects donations from him in the name of the church. He doesn't give the full amount of donation to church. What does he do? He keeps the lion's share for himself and just gives a small amount to the church. Then comes the friar. The friar is supposed to serve the people, the poor and needy people, but the friar doesn't serve the poor and needy people. He doesn't have a specific area to serve. He is like a freelance journalist. He can freely go to any area. But the irony is, he only attends the rich persons. The persons, yeah, non-speech spelling is Old English. Philip, that is Old English. But actually, the spelling in English, I mean the modern English is NUN''S. But there it is written NUNNNES. That is Old English. Sorry, medieval English. Middle English. Chaucer has deliberately used it. Okay.
Okay.
So like this, you will comment one paragraph, small paragraph for every character.
Okay.
Say for example, Franklin. Franklin is a free man. His name is Franklin. He is free. He is not a vessel. He is not a nauker. He is not a servant or subordinate. He leads a free, independent life. He has his own food, own drink. He invites people for food and drink. He's a very broad-minded person. Okay. Then wife of Bath. Wife of Bath is very much preoccupied, obsessed with love and sex. Here you find sarcasm. Here you find irony. Here you find satire. Chaucer says he has married 5 times. And it is said that during her youthful days, during her student career, she had so much of relation with so many boyfriends. There is a gap between her teeth, 2 upper teeth. And she loved good dresses. She knows how to make herself presentable, how to present herself properly. Okay. So like this, you go on portraying all the characters. That becomes your portrait.
Yes, sir.
Give a portrait of different characters in the general prologue to Canterbury Tales. This is the kind of portrait. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is about general prologue. Yes. Anybody?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? No one. So it means you have understood properly, isn't it? So today we'll take.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Please ask.
Sir, I had a question.
Please.
What are the significant questions that we can prepare for from this chapter?
Okay. Write down. Chaucer's prologue to Canterbury Tales, general prologue to Canterbury Tales, presents the realistic picture of 14th century England. Discuss. Number 2.
Sir, can you repeat once again?
Chaucer's general prologue to Canterbury Tales presents a realistic picture of 14th century England. Next. Discuss. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number 2. Bring out the elements of irony, humor, and sarcasm in the prologue to Canterbury Tales. Next. Chaucer ruthlessly exposed The authoritarianism and corruption. Chaucer ruthlessly exposed the authoritarianism and corruption as presented in the general prologue. Next. Attempt a character sketch of the monk. Attempt a character sketch of the monk and describe how his activities resonate his activities resonate the deterioration of values in the church. The deterioration of values in the church. Next. Despite the prevalence of acute class distinction, despite the prevalence of acute class distinction, in England, Chaucer succeeded to forge harmony, FORGE, to forge harmony and bring together diverse people on one platform. Okay,
Sir, can you repeat the last part?
repeat.
The last part.
Okay, okay.
Last.
Okay, let me begin with the beginning so that I remember. Uh, Despite the acute class distinction prevalent in England, Chaucer brought together people of diverse professions on one platform. Elaborate. On one platform. Elaborate. Okay. So now we'll switch over to non-spaced tail. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Shall we move
Yes,
on?
sir. Yeah.
We'll take up non-spaced tail. The non-spaced tail is a separate tail. You know, they have decided each pilgrim will tell a tale. Each pilgrim will narrate a story. You remember that? How many
Yes, sir.
pilgrims are there?
Yes, sir.
29 pilgrims. Including Chaucer, 30 pilgrims. And Harry Bailey suggested each pilgrim will tell one story on onward journey and another story while returning on return journey, isn't it? So non-priest is telling a story. It's a wonderful story, brilliant story, very enjoyable, and you know there is moral also in the story. And ironically, the story is a beast fable. Actually, there are two things. One is fable, the other is parable. You know about it?
Yes, sir.
Parable relates to human characters, but fable relates to animals. All the characters are animals. So this non-priest tale is a fable
Okay.
dealing with two animals and one human being. One human being is also there. Two daughters and a widow. And the animals are a fox and a rooster, a cock. Rooster is a cock. So the non-priest tale is a brilliant, amusing, very interesting story. Fable and fablao. No, fable is different. I don't know what is fablao is. It is fable, F-A-B-L-E. Fable means a story which contains animals as characters. Parable is a story which contains humans as characters. Okay.
Sir, could you spell
So
parable?
non-priest tale. Sorry?
Could you please spell parable? What you said?
P-A-R-A-B-L-E, parable.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
F-A-B-L-E, fable.
Thank you, sir. Got it.
P-A-R-A-B-L-E. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So this is a wonderful, brilliant, amazing, fascinating story which hinges around the activities of two characters. One is the rooster, the Chanticleer, and the other is the fox. There was a widow who was living a very simple and virtuous life with her two daughters. That was a small family. There was a widow who had two daughters. They were living in a cottage. They were leading a very peaceful life. They are very harmless, innocent people, but poor people. She had a few animals in her farm. Among them, there was a rooster, a magnificent rooster, very attractive rooster. Rooster is a male chicken. Cock, C-O-C-K, cock. So there was a magnificent rooster whose name is Chanticleer. And he is famous. Chanticleer is famous for his crowing, for his making sound. What time does the cock crow? Who can say?
Like
At
evening.
dawn.
Eh?
At dawn.
At dawn.
At dawn. Not evening. Cock crows in the morning.
4 o'clock.
Not in the evening.
3
Cock
times
crows in the morning. Okay.
Morning.
So this Chanticleer had a beautiful voice, very attractive voice, and people used to love his crowing. But Chanticleer had some problem. He was good looking. Since he is good looking, he had an ego, he had pride, and his behavior is aristocratic. He had wonderful plumage. He is very attractive. He had many hens. Out of those hens, he loved one hen the most, whose name is Potilot. Potilot is his favorite hen. So whatever issues she has, he tries to share it with Potilot, because Potilot is his beloved hen. Once a very strange thing happened to Chanticleer. Chanticleer was sleeping at night. What happened? He saw a nightmare, a very bad dream. In the dream, he saw a cunning fox is coming, and the fox has grabbed him. Suddenly he woke up. Chanticleer was shaken with fear. What a bad dream I have seen. So she also woke up Potilot and said, Potilot, Potilot, I have something to share with you. He said, yes, Chanticleer, what's your problem? Now look, I am terribly disturbed. I saw a very bad dream. In the dream I saw a very strong fox, healthy fox, cunning fox is coming stealthily and grabbing me, catching hold of me and attempting to eat me. Then Potilot did not believe it. She said, Arey, it's a dream. Why don't you understand? Dream is different from reality. You are in a state of reality and you are not supposed to attend to all these things. Take into account all these things. These things are vague. You are having some mistake. Perhaps you have thought over it. How does a dream occur? A dream occurs when in your subconscious level you have been thinking of something. That something comes in your dream during your sleep. So, never give any importance to your dream, Potilot said. Potilot is very down to earth. Potilot is very practical. And she said, Chanticleer, you should never feel perturbed. You have your patience. And never feel that the dream is going to turn into reality and the fox is going to eat you up. Fox is going to attack you. Never. This will never ever happen. So relax. So Potilot gave him consolation. Make a contrast between two characters. Make a comparison between two characters. One is Chanticleer, the rooster. The other is Potilot, the hen. The hen is down to earth. The hen is very judicious. The hen is very practical, pragmatic, matter of the fact. Whereas the rooster Chanticleer is easily perturbed by any kind of dream or any kind of small experience. So that is the basic difference. So she suggested that let him take some water, some juice sort of thing, so that he will have good sleep and he will stop worrying about the dream. But Chanticleer didn't agree. Chanticleer said, "Ki Patilot, you cannot dismiss my dream as a figment of fictitious imagination. My dream is not a figment of fictitious imagination. My dream is not meaningless. I think this is going to happen. I may be killed by the fox." So he had a kind of premonition. He had a kind of apprehension that since we are living in a farm and the foxes are around, at any moment the foxes might kill me. Chanticleer disagreed with Potilot. He cited examples from biblical sources and argued that sometimes dreams serve as a premonition. What is a premonition? Premonition is a forewarning. Premonition is a kind of previous warning. So it may so happen that this dream is perhaps a kind of premonition. And this is perhaps going to happen in my life. Otherwise, I would not have seen such a dream. Chanticleer is very clear. Chanticleer is determined. Chanticleer becomes sure that this dream is going to have its real effect on me. He cited some examples, how people used to see dreams, and what happens? Those dreams turn into reality. Say, for example, Julius Caesar's wife, Calpurnia. Have you read Julius Caesar drama? Have you read it?
No, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the wife of Julius Caesar is Calpurnia. Calpurnia saw a dream the previous night that Julius Caesar is attacked, assaulted, and he is lying in a pool of blood. So the next day, when Julius Caesar started to attend Capitol and address the countrymen in Rome, Calpurnia prevented him. Calpurnia said, "My dear hubby, my dear lord, don't go to Capitol." Caesar said, "What are you talking? You are the queen of Emperor Julius Caesar, who is extremely popular across the globe. What are you talking? Do you really believe that I will be attacked in the capital and I will be lying in a pool of blood? Rubbish. This is something rubbish and nonsense. You just hold on. Let me go to the capital." But Calpurnia tried her level best to prevent him. Priya, please mute yourself. So, Hiljo, mute your microphone. Yeah. Sarmishta, please mute your microphone. So what happened? Julius Caesar didn't obey it. Didn't oblige the request of Calpurnia. Calpurnia made, very vehement request. He don't go. Please don't go. Okay, Priya, don't go. Don't go. I have seen a very bad dream. I think I'm apprehensive. there might be some danger on you. There might be some anathema waiting for you. Don't go. But Julius Caesar is arrogant. Julius Caesar is egoistic. Julius Caesar is proud. Julius Caesar is resolute to go to the capital. And what happened in the capital? He was attacked. First attacked by Casca. Then other nobles stabbed on his back. And finally, Brutus stabbed him. When Brutus stabbed him, Caesar was surprised. Julius Caesar was taken aback. And he simply looked back. And what he said, do you know?
You to Brutus.
Can you repeat it?
You to Brutus.
No,
You to
et
Brutus.
to brute.
It
This
to
is a Latin language, Roman language. He said et to brute, which means Brutus, you too. Absolutely. Swati, absolutely. Brutus, you too. Brutus, do you know? I hold you in highest esteem. I never address you by your name. I always use an adjective before your name. I address you as Noble Brutus. I consider you as my trusted lieutenant, trusted friend, trusted guide, trusted philosopher, reliable friend. But what did you do? If you had any issues, you could have come to me. We could have discussed it. We could have resolved it. Sorry. You sided with these people to murder me. Really. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Similarly, Chanticleer said, look, you are telling that this is a fictitious dream. This is a useless dream. But Potilot, I feel this dream is going to have some effect on me. And I feel extremely shaken, extremely intimidated, extremely frightened that there is going to be some action, some retaliatory action, some attack on me. Because I know, I have read some scriptures, dreams never go empty. Sometime or the other, the dreams become reality. Then what happened? Chanticleer was totally shaken, totally disturbed. And amid that disturbance, with a disturbed heart, disturbed mind, he roamed around the courtyard, went out, started roaming around, walking around the courtyard, and there, to his surprise, to his greatest surprise, he came across a fox. A fox appeared there. The name of the fox is Russell. The fox Russell appeared there. And what did the fox tell him? The fox used all kinds of glib language, glib art of flattery to praise Chanticleer. He said, Chanticleer, what a powerful voice you have got. What a handsome personality you have got. What a dominating aristocratic figure you have got. Chanticleer, you are awesome. You are awesome. So the fox Russell began to flatter Chanticleer and started praising his voice. He said, "You have a melodious voice. You have a musical, mellifluous voice. Your voice is very sweet. Your voice is a canorous voice. Canorous, mellifluous, melodious, sweet voice. And I will be grateful, Chanticleer, if you kindly sing a song." Chanticleer began to avoid initially, but you know, what is the greatest enemy of a human being or a living creature?
Pride, arrogance,
Pride, arrogance, and flattery also.
flattery.
Flattery.
Sir,
So
pride,
Chanticleer,
flattery makes
yeah,
us blind.
absolutely. So Chanticleer fell a victim to the flattery of Russell. Russell began to flatter, eulogize, showered encomiums on Chanticleer about his voice, about his personality, about his approach, about his virtues, about his dynamism and aristocracy, dignified conduct. Then finally said, "I love your voice very much. Chanticleer, please oblige me with a song. I would like to listen to your song." So Chanticleer could not control himself. He fell a victim to his flattery. He closed his eyes and began to crow. At that time, it was the opportunity for Russell, because he was closing his eyes and he was singing or crowing. How can a cock sing? A cock is found to sing means a cock is crowing. So Chanticleer closed his eyes and began to crow. When he began to crow in his sweet voice, so-called sweet voice, at that time, stealthily, Russell, the cunning fox, came and pounced upon Chanticleer to grab him by his neck. And he began to run away. Okay, so this is how Chanticleer fell a victim to the flattery, the encomium, the sweet words of, the fox Russell, and finally he is caught hold of by the fox. So he began to run, and Chanticleer also is a very clever guy. Not that Chanticleer is a fool. So he thought over the matter. So what am I going to do? Perhaps the dream is going to be true, and I have fallen a victim to his grip, and he will definitely kill me. Okay. So at this juncture, he has been thinking seriously how to get away from the clutches of the fox Russell. We'll continue next time. Today, the time is off. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
for
Thank you, sir.
attending the class. And we have had no
Thank you,
problem
sir.
today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Did you understand whatever I taught?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sir, I had a question,
Yeah, ask.
more like a request actually. So, sir, the problem is we have only 3 more classes with you. which is given in our, the neat link provided by IGNOU. And we have almost till the, modernist poetry to finish. So, like, will you be able to take some extra classes or something like that so that we can also cover the
No, I
other?
have been, listen. I have been given 8 classes in this MEG-01.
Yeah, yes, sir,
Okay.
yes, sir.
MEG-01, 8 classes up to, I think, 2nd August. Sorry, 2nd August.
4th
8th
August.
August. 4th August. Yeah, 4th August. So
Yes.
within that time, we have to finish the course because they don't allow. If you want extra classes, I am confident I will be completing the course within that period. If you want extra classes, you can ask them, the RC Bhubaneswar. If they allot me some more classes, I have no problem. I will take it. Okay.
Okay, okay. Sir, the only concern was that we are still on the first block of poetry,
We will
and
proceed. We'll proceed. Don't worry.
okay,
That is
that was the
mine.
only.
No, that is my concern as well. We will have swift movement. Don't worry. What I
Okay,
want
sir.
is covering the course is not important. Covering the course with proper understanding is important. I want that you should delve deep into the matter and learn things properly. Okay. Otherwise,
That
there
is
is
true, sir,
no
and you are explaining it very well. That is not a
no.
concern for any of us. It's
Yeah.
really
That is what I want. My students should get extreme clarity, absolute clarity. They should not have any doubt, isn't it? Do you have other areas like MEG 2 and MEG 3? You have started?
we had novel which was covered before your classes, British novel, and we also have MEG 5 with you, sir. This
MEG 5, yes.
critical.
From
Yes,
18th August, I think. That's a very
yes,
vital
and
area, literary criticism. I'll explain to you brilliantly well. You will understand it properly. Okay.
okay, sir.
I'll
Thank you
take
so
care
much.
of that. Don't worry. That is my responsibility. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.